Social Security recipients are seeing unexpected deposits hitting their accounts this August. And if you haven't checked your bank statement lately, you might be missing money that's rightfully yours. These aren't your regular monthly payments. They're surprise boosts that could range from $50 to over $400 depending on your situation. The Social Security Administration has been quietly processing several different types of catch-up payments: retroactive adjustments, and emergency deposits throughout August. Some of these are one-time payments, others are permanent increases to your monthly benefit, and a few are corrections for underpayments that happened months ago. If you don't understand what's happening with these August deposits, you could miss out on claiming additional money you're owed. Or worse, you might not realize that your regular monthly payment is about to change permanently. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, whether you qualify, and what action you need to take. I'm Terry, and I explain Social Security and Medicare updates in plain English. I've been helping seniors navigate government benefits for over 8 years, and I break down the complex paperwork and confusing announcements into simple steps you can actually use. My goal is to make sure you get every dollar you're entitled to without the runaround. Welcome back to all my regular viewers, and if you're new here, I'm glad you found us. Real quick, drop a comment with your state so I can see where everyone's watching from. I love connecting with folks from all over the country dealing with these same Social Security questions. Today, we're covering 5 key areas about these August surprise deposits. First, the COLA adjustment corrections and why some people are getting retroactive cost of living payments they missed. Second, Medicare premium refunds for automatic deposits when people were overcharged on their Medicare premiums. Third, earnings record corrections that create surprise boosts when Social Security fixes errors in your work history. Fourth, emergency pandemic relief extensions with final payments from programs that quietly got extended. And fifth, what to do if you haven't received anything, including how to check if you're owed money and how to claim it. Let's start with the biggest one affecting the most people, which is COLA adjustment corrections. The cost of living adjustment for 2024 was 3.2%, but the Social Security Administration discovered that thousands of recipients didn't get their full increase applied correctly to their January payments. Here's what happened. When your 2024 COLA increase was calculated, some people's Medicare Part B premium deductions weren't adjusted properly. This meant their net Social Security payment was lower than it should have been for the past 7 months. Maria from Phoenix was supposed to get a $47 monthly increase from COLA, bringing her payment from $1,850 to $1,897. But due to a Medicare premium calculation error, she only saw a $23 increase. Social Security has now deposited $168 into her account. That's $24 per month times 7 months of underpayment, plus they've corrected her ongoing monthly amount. If you received one of these deposits, check your August payment stub. Your regular monthly amount should now be higher going forward. This isn't a one-time payment, it's both back pay and a permanent fix. The second type of surprise deposit involves Medicare Part B premium overcharges. In 2024, the standard Medicare Part B premium is $174.70 per month, but some people were incorrectly charged the higher income-related monthly adjustment amount even though their income didn't qualify them for the higher rate. This typically happens when Social Security uses outdated tax information. Maybe your income dropped in 2022, but they were still using your 2021 tax data to calculate your Medicare premium. Robert from Ohio was paying $244.60 per month for Medicare Part B because Social Security thought he earned $95,000 in 2022. But his actual income was $65,000, which means he should have paid the standard rate. He just received a deposit of $489.30. That's $69.90 in overcharges times 7 months. These refunds are automatic if Social Security catches the error, but the deposit might show up separately from your regular Social Security payment, which is why some people are confused about where the money came from. The third type involves corrections to your earnings record. Social Security periodically audits earnings records and sometimes discovers that employers reported your wages incorrectly, or that self-employment income wasn't properly credited to your account. When they fix these errors, it can change your benefit calculation going back to when you first started receiving Social Security. The difference gets paid as a lump sum, and your monthly payment gets adjusted going forward. Linda from Florida worked part-time at a grocery store from 2018 to 2020, earning about $8,000 per year. Her employer incorrectly reported her Social Security number on the wage reports, so those earnings weren't credited to her record when Social Security calculated her retirement benefit in 2021. After the correction, her monthly payment increased by $31, and she received a retroactive payment of $1,023 to cover the underpayment since her retirement started. This deposit appeared in her account with just a brief note about earnings record adjustment. The fourth category is the most complex, involving final payments from pandemic relief programs that got quietly extended. While most people know about the stimulus payments that ended in 2021, several smaller Social Security-related programs continued through 2023 and into 2024. One program provided extra payments to people who lost spouse benefits due to remarriage during the pandemic, then became single again. Another provided supplements for people whose Social Security applications were delayed due to office closures. James from Texas applied for Social Security disability in March 2020, right when offices shut down. His application wasn't processed until January 2021, but his benefit start date was backdated to April 2020. He should have received interim emergency payments during the processing delay, but those weren't distributed until now. His August deposit was $1,247, covering those missing interim payments. These are truly the final payments from pandemic programs, so if you receive one, don't expect it to repeat next month. The fifth type affects SSI recipients specifically. The Supplemental Security Income Program has stricter income and asset limits, and sometimes recipients lose benefits temporarily when their circumstances change, then become eligible again later. Social Security has been processing a backlog of SSI reinstatement cases, and many people are receiving retroactive payments covering months when they were eligible but not receiving benefits. Dorothy from Michigan lost her SSI benefits in 2023 when she inherited $3,000 from a relative, putting her over the $2,000 asset limit. She spent down those assets by October 2023 and reapplied, but wasn't reinstated until March 2024. Her August deposit was $2,827, covering the 5 months when she was eligible but not receiving her $827 monthly SSI payment. Before we talk about what to do if you haven't received any of these deposits, I'm curious about something. If you did get an extra $200 this month, what would help you most? Groceries, medication costs, or utility bills? Let me know in the comments because I'm working on a video about stretching Social Security dollars further, and I want to focus on the areas where people need the most help. If you haven't seen any unexpected deposits, don't panic. Not everyone qualifies for these adjustments. But here's how to check if you're missing money. First, log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. If you don't have an account, create one. It takes about 10 minutes and you'll need 2 forms of ID. Second, check your payment history for the last 12 months. Look for any months where your payment amount changed unexpectedly, either up or down. Small changes might indicate errors that need correction. Third, review your Medicare premium deductions. If you see your Medicare Part B premium deduction change during 2024, but your income didn't change significantly, you might be owed a refund. Fourth, request your earnings record. This shows every year you worked and how much you earned. If you see years with 0 earnings when you know you worked, or amounts that seem too low, Those could be errors affecting your benefit calculation. Fifth, call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 if you find discrepancies. The wait time is usually shorter early in the morning or late in the afternoon. Have your Social Security number, recent pay stubs if you're still working, and specific questions ready. There are also some important things you shouldn't do. Don't call asking, "Where's my surprise deposit?" because Social Security can't create payments you're not entitled to. Only call if you have specific evidence of an error, like a Medicare premium that seems wrong or missing earnings on your record. Don't assume every small change in your payment is an error. Social Security payments can fluctuate slightly due to Medicare premium changes, tax withholding adjustments, or other routine modifications. Don't ignore letters from Social Security. If they sent you a notice explaining a payment adjustment, read it carefully, even if you already received the money. Sometimes these letters contain important information about ongoing changes to your benefits. Understanding your payment stub is crucial because every Social Security payment comes with a stub or notice explaining the amount. These documents can be confusing, but they're essential for understanding surprise deposits. Look for terms like retroactive payment, which means back pay for previous months. Adjustment usually means a correction to your regular monthly amount. Supplement often refers to one-time additional payments. Medicare premium adjustment means changes to what's deducted for Medicare. If your payment stub shows a different monthly amount going forward, that's usually permanent. If it shows a one-time addition, but your regular monthly amount stays the same, don't expect it to repeat. Here's something important that many people miss regarding tax implications. Some of these surprise deposits might be taxable, and some might not be. COLA corrections and earnings record adjustments are usually taxable as Social Security income, just like your regular payments. Medicare premium refunds typically aren't taxable because you're just getting back money that was incorrectly deducted. Pandemic relief payments have complex tax rules that depend on a specific program. Social Security should send you updated tax documents for 2024 if any of these deposits affect your tax situation. Don't stress about this now. Just keep records of any surprise deposits and the paperwork explaining them. Your tax preparer can sort it out next year. Looking ahead to September, Social Security has indicated that most August adjustments were part of their annual summer audit process. September payments should return to normal patterns, but keep watching for letters explaining any changes to your ongoing monthly amount, updates to your Medicare premium deductions, and notices about 2025 COLA calculations, which will be announced in October. If you received a surprise deposit in August, don't spend it immediately if you're not sure what it was for. Give it a few weeks to see if Social Security sends an explanation letter. If no letter arrives and your September payment looks normal, the August deposit was likely a legitimate one-time correction. Let me quickly recap what we covered today. August surprise deposits are coming from 5 main sources: COLA correction back pay, Medicare premium refunds, earnings record corrections, final pandemic relief payments, and SSI reinstatement adjustments. Most of these are legitimate corrections to past errors, and some include permanent increases to your monthly payment going forward. If you haven't received any surprise deposits, that's normal, because not everyone qualifies. But if you suspect Social Security made an error with your benefits or Medicare premiums, you can check by logging into your My Social Security account and reviewing your payment history and earnings record. Thank you so much for watching today. Your comments and questions help me understand what topics are most important to cover, so please keep them coming. If this video helped clarify the confusion around these August deposits, please give it a like and share it with any friends or family who might be wondering about unexpected money in their accounts. Next week, I'm covering the 2025 Medicare open enrollment changes that start in October, including new prescription drug benefits that could save you hundreds of dollars. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that one. It's going to be crucial information for anyone with Medicare. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, you've earned these benefits, so make sure you're getting everything you're entitled to.